Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Troy Dukowitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this. Lighten up, dude. So this is literally like last night, as of this recording, last night I'm sitting and I am doing a live for my clients in our coaching program. And as I do it, I hear that my boys had just gotten home. And they start running upstairs, and Wyatt runs up, and I'm like, hey, buddy, like, come on over, say hi to everybody. Now, there was only one or two people on at the time. It was a time when they all should have been working. And so I'm doing this live, though, and he comes over, and I have him say hi, and then Watson comes upstairs, and he runs up, and he says hi as well, and give him kisses, and then they walk back downstairs so Daddy can finish up. And as I'm doing this video, like, in my head, I'm thinking about the guy I used to be. Excuse me, sorry. And the guy I used to be would have freaked out. Meaning that they come in the house and I'm like, oh crap, I got to get this done. I'm going to have to hit delete. I'm going to have to hit pause. I'm going to have to redo this later. Like, you name it. I'm thinking, because it has to be perfect, right? It has to be professional, right? Like, that's the way it has to be. I just cleared my throat a second ago. Like, I could have just hit pause. I was just like, no, because this is real. This is in the moment. You're always getting the real version of me. And so I clear my throat, because that's what people do. They clear the throat and they keep going. Now, it might not sound good when you're driving down the road and all of a sudden it sounds like I'm hacking in your ear, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't sound like that, so I think we're good. And so the point being, as I reel this back in, that years ago I would have been like, oh crap, and I texting my mom and dad, keep them quiet, take them downstairs, I'm trying to get this done. Like, I just would have been to this place. And then I realized, and this is from watching some of my mentors and how they've done videos, and like, it's just so real and raw. Like, if a kid walks in, a kid walks in. If a wife walks in, a wife walks in. Why? Because that's just life. Like, that's just the reality of how things happen. And even though you might have a great plan written out of how something's going to go or should go, it doesn't mean it's always going to go that way. The question becomes, can you roll with it? The question becomes, can you just keep going and not trip out and basically screw yourself of the whole process and what you were doing? And so something that I literally, like, years ago, through observation, nobody told me to do it. Through observation, like, I started thinking to myself, lighten up, dude. Like, seriously, dude, just lighten up. And it started making my videos more fun. It started making the energy around them more relaxed. My kids would come home, and I can now see videos that they have come home in the past, and they're so little, they're so young, and it's like, oh my gosh, now I have a 7, a 5, and a 9-month-old. It's not like my kids are teenagers yet, but I mean, it's, 7 is that's a young boy, and 5, Watson just turned 5, like cute, adorable little kids. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing my cute, adorable little kids. Like, it's just insane. But I get to see that. Instead of being all stressed out about it, I get to see it. Why? Because it was like, dude, lighten up. Like, I just had to chill out and stop being so anal about that and worrying about what people were going to think if they came on a video, worrying about how it was going to come across. Like, if I'm a proud family man, then I need to let it show in everything that I do. And if my family comes home and pops on a video with me, then they pop on a video with me. Done, end of story. Because see, the thing is that if you don't like it, if you watch it or you listen and you don't like it, guess what? You're probably not a person I want to associate with anyway. You're probably not a person I want to work with. You're probably not a person that would be a good fit for the direction that I go in a coaching program, in speaking, and whatever. Like, and the thing is it's okay for us to disagree. But if you hear, oh, well, that's so unprofessional, well, then guess what? You're probably not going to like the next 100 episodes. Because I'm just going to keep being me. And if you don't like that, then go unsubscribe. But if you do like that, because what happens is people start realizing, like, oh man, I got to be more like that. I got to be more relaxed. I got to chill out. I got to lighten up, dude. And people start to realize. And that's what I've seen from people that will approach me. They're like, gosh, I watch you or listen to you, and I realize I got to lighten up. I got to stop thinking things have to be so A, B, C, and D that sometimes they're going to be A, B, C, elemental P, Q, R, S. Like, they're not always going to go perfect. But yet the message can still be beautiful. The message can still be impactful. And the message will always be real and raw and relevant. So my question for you today becomes this. Where in your life do you need to lighten up? Like, where is it that you are just taking things way too seriously and you need to lighten up? Now, I remember, I don't know if it's Jim Rohn. I think it was Jim Rohn who said this, maybe Brian Tracy. It's like, be fun, not silly. So I'm not telling you lighten up and go be silly in what it is that you're doing. Like me, I have no problem even being silly. But like Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy would say, like, be funny, not silly. So where is it in your life that you need to lighten up? And some of you, maybe you need to be silly. Some of you, maybe you need to be more fun. Like, where in your life do you need to lighten up? Do you need to lighten up in your fitness? Like you're always so gung-ho and bam, 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 that you need to lighten up and start doing some things one day a week that's more fun. Learn how to skateboard, maybe go on a scooter, maybe go learn how to do a half pipe. I don't know. But where in your life do you need to lighten up? Is it in your spirituality? Is it in your relationships where you're always so damn serious with your kids and you need to lighten up? Maybe it's with your spouse or significant other. Y'all are always so serious about things and you need to lighten up. Heck, before you had kids or when you started dating, remember that time? You were actually fun. What if you were to just lighten up? And maybe even in your business. Now, my business, when I first opened my chiropractic office back in 1999, I had a focus of starting and opening this business based on a philosophy of someone I followed called Patch Adams and a philosophy of this thing called Disney World. I wanted to run a Disney-style practice. I wanted to have a fun, healthy, healing atmosphere. So I did things that the average doctor was not doing at that time. While everybody else is wearing shirts and ties, I'm walking into the office with pajama bottoms on and t-shirts with fun sayings on them, trying to bring energy, love, and light to people before I ever had a chance to be able to adjust them. Because that was the philosophy of my practice and how I wanted to build a successful business, and it was a very successful business. It allowed me to just be me. It allowed me to be fun. It allowed me to move from a place where my mentors were saying, you must wear a shirt and tie when you go to the office. Always dress better than your best dressed patient. And I get that, and I understand that. But guess what? Family fun. It's what I stand for today, 10 years later. And it's what I was doing 10 years ago, even when it wasn't the popular thing to do. Because what I knew that I needed to do was lighten up, dude, and have some fun. So where in your life, across body, being, balance, and business, when you look at your life right now, where is it that you need to, dudes or dudettes, where is it that you need to lighten up? So think about that right now. Where is it in your life, in body, being, balance, business, that you need to lighten up? And write that down right now. And then what is one thing that you can do in the next 24 hours to lighten up in that area of your life? I'll tell you what, it's probably going to be the funnest 24 hours you've had in a long time. And if you're a person who's listening going, I lighten up all the time, then how do you 10x that? Or find the area that you don't. Find the area that you don't and take a look at and find out what it would look like for you to lighten up in that area. That's all I've got for you here today. As always, if you haven't already, please head on over to iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher and subscribe, rate, and or review. And if you really enjoy the podcast, which I hope that you do, please pass it along to friends, family members, coworkers that you think could benefit from the messages I share here every week, Monday through Friday. And also head on over to commitandgo.com. It's where you can find out a little bit more about myself and the programs that we offer both online and off, meaning live, throughout the course of a year. You also get, when you pop your email address in over there, you're going to join our mail list so you can stay in contact with us, but you're also going to receive what's called the Gap Map Protocols, which is a protocol to help you get from where you are to where you want to go with your goals and or targets that you're working on every day, every week, every month, hopefully. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz, and this has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action to create big-ass results in your life